Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So we're here with 10 cards, one kit. However, I'm going to split this up into two because yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to take me quite a while to do all of these. So it is with the Christmas in June kit from Love from Lizi. So here it is. I've picked out loads of peel-offs to go with the kit. So that's going to be there. We do have embossing powder and we have a little embossing powder, ink pad as well to go with it, which I thought was really cool. Now these were free in my box this month, so I'm going to put them there. I'm not sure if I'll use them because I don't know if it'll go with a kit, but I did also pull out all the ribbons from Love from Lizi's kits. I've pulled out the gems from Love from Lizi kits, and then all the bits of cardstock that's left over from all of my Love from Lizi kits I've put in a folder. So I'm going to use them as well because we can do die cutting with them, we can do embossing with them and all sorts. So I thought I'd bring them in as well and try and get them used up. And then, so let me just pull out a bit so you can see the full desk. So this is the kit that we have, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's so, for me it's old school, as in it's like traditional Christmas colours, which I just love. So loads and loads in the kit. We're going to be able to make so much out of this. It's honestly, so we do get some cardstock within the kit. We get 4 sheets. This is 8.5 by 11. We've got red, blue, green and gold, all fit perfectly within the kit itself. But I have a feeling I'm not going to touch them. I'm going to just use my scrap card. We've got some decoupage sheets, so there's 8 sheets in total. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, again, they're just going to work really well with this kit. So we have this, we have those, we've got our paper as well. So I mean, there's stacks and stacks of paper. There's 2 sheets of everything. Some is foiled, some isn't. So yeah, I'm gonna have loads of fun with that. I think I've got the wrong blue peel-offs out, so I might have to change those for some reason. I mean, they'll go, but yeah. Anyway, we also get lots and lots of sentiments on vellum, so we do have those. We also have this, there's 2 pages, and these are stamps. We then got 2 stamp sets. So we've got this big one of Santa Claus reading his list. We've got some stamps, postmarks, and then some borders there. We have our die, which is just beautiful, and I've got a feeling I need to get, oh look at that, it just to say fits through my sidekick. I was thinking I'm gonna have to get my Gemini out, but yeah. So that is the the die, which is just super gorgeous. Oh, I'm so looking forward to having a play with that. We have some holly stickers as well. We've got some foam pads and we've got some ribbons. So lots and lots to get us going, and lots for inspiration, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm thinking I need to set up my desk, so I'll pop my trimmer there. And let's sort of move everything out of the way. I think the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to grab my scrap cardstock because I would like to do some of these. Now I do have, like I say, loads of bits of cardstock from, this is all from Love from Lizi kits from over the years that was just in the bags. I sort of sorted it all out, so it'd be nice to use that up. So I think this blue is beautiful and will go, so it's just a mirrored blue, and I think we can get 3 sentiments out of this. So I think I'll go, what I'll do is I'll go off camera and I'm going to cut out a load of sentiments. Whether I use them all in this video, I do not know, but I do think it would be nice to, oh look at that, I mean that's a beautiful one. I'm not sure if I'll use it in this, but I think it's nice to sort of have some prepped. Keep that bit because we can use that. We've got some gold here, like a bronzy gold. Oh, beautiful. So I think that would work, because I've got quite a few ideas. Right, I will be back in a second. Okay, sorry about that. That was the door, obviously. While I was off camera, I have die cut those. So we've got the, like, I want to say like a champagne gold colour, the white pearlescent, and we've got some blue mirror of the die cuts. So they're ready to go. So I like to have stuff ready as we go. And if we use them, we use them. If we don't, then they'll be there for another time. So, however, I do want to use one now. So we're going to grab a card base, and what I'm going to do, we're going to do a very, very simple card. And I'm going to grab this Starry Night one, and what I'm going to do is cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. I am using A2 size cards, which are 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay, and then I want to come in with our ribbon. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful ribbon. So I'm going to pop a little bit across. Okay, and I'm just going to use my regular glue actually to glue this in place. Now I don't have a mat or anything, so we're just going to have to hope that it is straight. Okay, and then I'm just going to lay that down and just where that glue is, and try and get that as straight as we can. Okay, and then on the back, let's just pop some glue. Just thinking I probably could do with some double-sided tape, couldn't I? So let me grab some out. It looks as though I'm going to have to buy some, because yeah, this is it. This is all I have. Actually, it's probably good that I'm getting this one out, because this is going to be perfect for our vellum. So let me just take the packaging off. I got this while I was on holiday, so yeah, this is the very last roll. I think I paid something like 59p for it, which I was chuffed to bits about. Okay, and then I'm just going to pop that over here. Okay, and then let me just cut some bits. So this is like a 2-inch wide one. Oh, that's okay, just that, and then I will just pop that on there. We can use it on something else. So let's take off the backing paper. Okay, like so. And then I'm going to lay that onto my card like that. So there's our card. Now what I'd like to do is I'm thinking of using the blue, just because it's so beautiful. It really, really is gorgeous. And then I'm actually going to bring in a bow, so I'm going to keep this quite simple. So I'm going to grab one of these bows, and that's going to go just on the side like that. Have that on there. And I'm thinking either some gem, yeah, let's get the gems out. So I've got there's actually in here, there's some star gems. Let's use those star gems, I think. Just seeing what else is in here, just in case I want to change my mind. Yeah, no, I think the star gems. So I'm going to glue this down, and I'm just going to put a tiny amount of glue on the back of here, just dotted around. Okay, like this, making sure to try and get really good coverage, but not put too much glue on, because it's mirror card. It sort of seeps through, and I always make a right mess of it. So I'm hoping today I can not make a mess of it and it all goes perfectly fine. But yeah, right. Okay, so then this is just going to go across there. Right, I'm going to use just my rag. Well, this is what I use when I'm mopping up. Oh, there we go. So there's a little bit of glue escaped around the side, but nothing on the mirror. I think that's the first time I've done it without getting glue on the mirror. I'm pleased with that. Now, I want these to be a bit shorter, so I am going to cut them down. They're just a little bit too long. Okay. So, just cutting them down. There we go. And then that's going to go there. Now, I'm just going to put a big blob of glue on to stick this. I know people use, what they're called, glue dots, but for some reason I just can't get them to stay on, so yeah. And then actually let's pop some glue, because that didn't feel, because I don't know how old these are, I don't know what kit they're from. Yeah, so then we're just going to have some stars, so it's sort of, it's like a starry night, so these work quite nicely actually. Now my glue does dry clear, so I know that where they're sort of the glue comes out, that's not going to show, so all is good. Oh, how cute is that? So very, very simple first card, but I think it is beautiful, and I can make 2 of these cards as well. Actually, I might even be able to make 3 if I can do a nice bow. But yeah, isn't that just a beautiful, beautiful card? So there's our first card. So let's get on to card number 2. And I think I want to use some vellum. So we're going to make a shaker. We're going to make a flat shaker. So what sentiment do I want? Do I want the gold? Or do we want, oh, do you know what? I'm liking them ones. Yeah, right, okay, we're going to use these ones. And what I'm going to do is, because I want to use this special delivery one, so I'm just going to cut this down. Oh, so my scissors are now sticky from cutting my, let's swap the scissors. Okay. So I'm just going to cut this down, try not to lose too much. So I want to use, I think I want to use both of them, but it all depends whether or not they will fit on. Ooh, just, that's fine, right. I'm just going in my drawer to get out my Look and Lizi sequins. And I can't get them all. So I'm slowly putting them in these little, my husband gets earplugs from work. So I've asked him to keep the little cases for me to put my sequins in, of course. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up my scoreboard, and we're going to score around this piece here. So try and line it up the best that you can. Let me grab my score tool. So I'm just using a ball tool, and where this is, just over it, and you can see, I'm just going to score around it so that we, yeah, so we can fold it over like so. And it's just making sure everything is sort of straight, because these are going to be our shaker elements. Now you can, if you want to, instead of doing like using a scoreboard, you can just fold it if you're more comfortable with folding it. Okay, I don't advise glitter in these ones at all, but yeah. So then I'm just going to fold all of these lines. Okay. And then what I need to do next is I need to cut a piece of paper to go under these. So I'm going to get one of, I think this one, to go underneath. So I think that would be nice. Because I don't want anything too dark, you see. Either that or that one. Or that one. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to use this one. So let's use this one. Okay, so let's move them out the way. Let me get rid of these bits. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark this where it needs cutting, and just so that it's going to be, where's my pencil? This will do. So to that there. Okay. Yeah. So it works out, this piece needs to be 5 1/4. Oh, 5 1/4 by 1 5/8. 1 1/4 by 1 5/8. So that bit should then fit in there quite nicely, which it does, so I'm pleased with that. So let's move these out the way. Right, I'm just going to put these back in the pile I have for them, just so it's not distracting on the screen. Okay, put that back in my pen pot. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out these corners just like that. So we're just doing it at an angle. And I'm going to do that on all 4 corners, so we're just getting rid of them. And this just helps when we fold it over, that it just sits nicely. Now we're going to pop our piece of backing card in there, position it where we want it. Okay, and then fold these over, and we want to stick them down. Now you've got a couple of options. You can use your double-sided tape to stick them down, or you can come in with some sellotape. Normally I use sellotape, but I don't have sellotape on here. Use washi, anything that's going to keep these nice and secure and in place, so your sequins don't fall out. So just like this. Now I am, like I say, I have run out of my thin double-sided tape, so I am having to use this one. So just like that. And then you want to keep one end open though, so as you go, make sure one end stays open. Okay, so I'm going to leave that end open. So I'm just going to cut these bits down. So please use what you have. Like I said, yeah, this isn't how I would normally do it. I would normally get like the proper double-sided tape, or I would use sellotape to do this, but I'm just using what I have on hand right now. Okay, so making sure there is no gaps. So that's the key, no gaps to this. And then one more. Okay, so I'm going to stick that on there. Now before we close that up, what we want to do is we want to grab our sequins, and so let's have a look. I'm thinking, do I have any in the bags that would be nice? Oh, that one might be nice, but I'm wanting some, I think, with blue. So I'm thinking maybe maybe this one actually. So I'm just going to pop in some sequins. So we're just going to open that up and pop in our sequin mix. Okay, and then fold that over, just make sure that, yep, that's enough. And then we're then going to seal this part up as well. So there we have it. That is our shaker component ready for our card. So, oh, how cute is that? That looks so good. Right, I'm just going to bring you in just ever so slightly. There we go. Right, let me pop my sequins away. So then what we're going to do, we're going to start putting our card together. So we need a nice backing paper, and I think I'm going to go with one of the gold foiled backing papers for this. actually no, I'm not. I'm going to change my mind again. I'm going to go for the stamp backing paper. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so that's going to just sit on there. And then this, so before I put that down, that's just going to sit just along the bottom. So I'm going to take off all of my backing from our double-sided tape, like so. Okay, and then we're just going to line that up like that and stick it down. And then I'm going to stick this down on our card front, just like so, making sure it's nicely lined up. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Oh, I really like that. Really like that. I think that looks gorgeous. And then let's bring in, I'm thinking let's bring in some of the gold sway peel-offs and put them along the top and the bottom, just to make it even more of a feature. So yep, there's one bit, and I'm using the thickest width for this. There we go. And then cut that down. Oh, I love that. I really love how that looks. Now, last thing I think is, actually, do you know what? I pulled out of my stash because I want to use them. Some, might use those stars, some corners, because I have a load of corners in my stash that I just did. Oh, I don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. So I did pull out some of them. So I was thinking the corners might look really nice if I just put one on. So I'm just going to grab my tweezers for this. I just find it easier with my tweezers. And then where, if you sort of stick it to your hand, it gets those little bits out. I'm going to put that on there. Oh, how nice does that look? And then let's take them off my finger. Put them on there. Yeah, I'm going to put 2 on. So I'm going to do another one in that top corner. Like so. I really love this. And then I'm going to use one of these stickers. So if we can get it off. There we go. And that's just going to sit just in the centre there, like that. And there we have it. There is our card. So we've kept it quite simple actually. But yeah, it looks like loads is going on. And I love the fact that these are 3D as well. How beautiful is that? So there is card number 2, something a little different. Okay, so let's go on to card number 3. So I'm going to go with this gorgeous plaid design, and I'm going to cut it down to 4 by 5 3/4. I'm going to use one of the decoupage by 5 1/4, sorry, by 4. I keep saying 3/4 because I'm used to doing A6 cards. Right, so I'm going to grab this, and I think I'm going to use this one. Oh, yeah, actually I'm going to use this one. But we're going to start off with number 2. Okay, take all those bits out, like so. And then just get rid of those pips. Yeah. Like those. So, because you guys know that I don't like the pips. I hate them. Can't believe we're doing Christmas in June. I normally don't start Christmas crafting until the end of August. So it makes a nice change actually. Yeah, loving that. And then I'm going to grab number 4. So let's pick out number 4 and that can go on. And then I'm going to use the With Love sentiment. Oh, and number 6. Let's do number 6 as well. There we go. So out of each sheet you can get 2 toppers if you're to do the decoupage like I'm doing here. So we're just going to go around like this and get rid of all those pips. And I think I'm going to bring back the corners as well. So I'm going to put corners in on each one. So yeah, I think that'll look nice. Okay, and then this last little bit, just get rid of those 2 little pips. Okay, so using this, well actually I'm going to use the black squares that came in the main kit this month, just because I've started them, so we may as well use them. And I'm just going to pop these on to pop this up. Okay. Now I just need to cut these in half just for the antlers. There's one bit, and another bit. Yep. Right. So I'm just going to take off all the backing like this. Oh, sorry, it's taken me a while. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, right. So I'm just going to pop some glue down as well. I know I haven't taken them all off, but honestly, it doesn't affect it at all. And then we're just going to line that up and stick it down. So there's that layer. And then we've got our last piece, which is just that center of that ball. I'm going to put some glue on as well, just because we are sticking it onto glitter. Okay, and then before we stick that on here, I'm going to grab these corners, and I'm going to use these corners, okay, all the way around, because I just think they're going to look really, really pretty. This kit is definitely one that I would definitely use just gold peel offs on. It's just beautiful. Okay, and that, and then 2 more if I can get it. So that one, as you can see, they all decided to stay in there. Okay, and our last one. Okay, and stick that on there. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? Just sort of takes it to that next level, doesn't it? Right, let's get rid of all of these off my fingers. So I find it easy just sort of picking them up and then popping them back on the thing, apart from those small tiny ones. Off you come. Right, okay, let's grab a card base, and then I'm going to stick this down like so. There we go. And then I'm going to grab our piece. Now push that down because that came up. So the glue didn't want to stick. And that's going to just go in the center like so. And then finishing off with our With Love, which is just going to sit there. And I am actually going to raise that up as well. So just like this. Okay, let's take off the backing like so. If I can, there is. There we go. I'm going to pop some glue on anyway, just to be on the safe side, and then we're just going to pop our With Love here, and there we have our third card. How beautiful is that? Oh, I just think it's gorgeous. So let's go on to our next card, and this time I'm going to use this gold foil card, and we're going to do 4 by 5 and 1/4. Okay, and then I want to bring something in from this. Let's have a look. How do I open it? There we go. So there's 2 pages here. Now the good thing about this is how you cut it. So depending on how you cut it, you will get, so see if we can do it, you will get like a, what do you call it, edge, a stamp edge. But whether or not I get it done, it's whether or not I do it correctly. It looks to be done. Okay. Right, and then if I now push all of these edges out, this will look like a stamp. How cool is that? Now, in my stash, I actually found some stamp, one doesn't want to come out. I found some stamp peel-offs, some clear ones. So I thought I'd use them for the background, build up my background, and then use one of the stamps on the top. So I don't know where they came from because they were gifted to me. I inherited loads and loads of craft supplies when a family member died. So yeah, she actually gave me them just before she died. So it's nice to use them. Okay. Sorry, just trying to get them just so that you can see. It is so worth doing, but look at that now. So if I just put that on there, how cool is that? So yeah, so depending on how you cut them will depend whether or not you get a stamp shape or not. So let's see if I can find, I'm hoping they're in here and I didn't put them away, because there was a canny few. So bear with me, guys. If they're not here, I'm going to have to find them. Oh, no, they're not there. Right, let me find them and then I'll be back. Okay, I found them. So these are them. And I just thought, you know what? These would be quite cool to put on the background. So I'm going to use these. So I've never used any like this before. So we shall see. Ah. So they're like frames. So all I thought I would do with them is use them. Yeah. And then we've got the squares. So if I wanted to, I can fill them in. But I just thought we'd make our own sort of stamp background. So I'm going to see what it's like popping these in. See if I like it. Yeah. Maybe, actually, do you know what? I think I am. I think I'm going to. So it just tones down the background just ever so slightly. So I'm going to go around now and we are going to do, pop these on. If you don't have anything like this, because I'd be surprised if you do, you can just use so square bits of cardstock for this. I'm just wanting to use stuff that's in my stash. Yeah, that went a bit wrong there, but that's fine. And then that can go over the top. And it has gone off the edge, but that's fine. So yeah, something a little different, isn't it? Okay, so let me pop all the outlines down first. But I just feel like this is the perfect kit in which to use these. And then there. Okay. Now let's fill in these. Oh, if I can. This one seems to have got a mind of its own. And this one. The other thing that you could do is use the stamps that are already available to you in the kit. So do very similar, but use these. So cut them all down and then place them at different sort of ways. So that's another thing that you can do. It's like I said, I'm not sure everybody would have these. I just wanted to use them. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down like so. So just like that, and then I'm going to raise this piece up, so I think it'll be nice. So, like so. It's sort of coming off in chunks. I love it when it does that. Right, so let's get rid of a couple of these. Oh, like so. I'm not going to take them all off just because we'll be here all day, and like I say, as long as you take a couple off, you will be fine. They don't budge. Take a couple off here. There we go. Right, and then we're just going to grab my glue these down, stick that there. Oh, I love that. How nice does that look? But like I say, actually, do you know what? Let's make our next card doing that, but with these, so then you can see. So that you don't need to have exactly what I have, but I really like that. I love how that looks. So let's do this. So I'm going to cut all of these down as if they are stamps. And we're going to do the same. So I'm going to cut down one full page. Okay, so this is the page, because I don't think it's fair that I sort of use them and then you want to create the same, but you can't. Hopefully this will show that you can do that. So I am, like I said, cutting these all down. What I'll do is I'll do a couple with you in a minute of taking the things out, and then I'll do them off camera and we'll come back and we'll put the card together. Okay. But we are literally just turn them all into the stamps like so. Okay, right, so this will be our main piece. So as you can see, just taking out all of these edge bits. So I'll do that to all of these, and then once I've done that, we'll be back, and yeah, we'll put our card together. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we're back. Right, I have done all of them, so they're all done. So we're basically going to do this card, but using what's in the kit. So there's lots and lots of bits here. So let's have a look. So we're just going to position these just around, just like this. Now you're not going to need as many actually as what I did on there, which is quite nice. So we only need a few. Yeah, actually we don't even need to use that, so we just need to use those four. So what I'm going to do is grab my glue. I'm going to stick these down because the one underneath is going to be covered. Okay, so let's glue these in place. Okay. And they took it took me about 10 minutes, I think, just to take all the dots out. I did have my scissors on hand because some of them were a bit tricky where they hadn't cut properly, but they were quite easy to put together, which was quite nice. And then that's going to go the right way around. It's going to go there. So let's stick this onto our card base. So it just goes to show, you know, you don't need those peel offs at all. I literally got them out because they just seem to go really nice with this kit, but you can just do it this way. So I'm going to grab some of my foam, just like we did with the other one, and we are just going to raise this up. Okay, so going along, couple more just in there. Right, so I'm going to take a few off, like this. Okay, I'm not going to take too many off because it just, yeah, takes too long. And then we're just going to pop some glue over the top like so, and then we're going to pop that on there like that and push that down. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm just going to take some stars on both of them, and I'm going to pop some stars on. So just like this. I'm going to have 3 up in this corner, and then 2 just down in this bottom corner here, like that. And there we have it. Lizzie does have stars on her website, peel off stars. I'm just using these because they need using up. So I'm going to do the same with that. So yeah, that is our next cards. So I think that is 5 cards already made with this kit. So let me just finish this off, and then I'll bring them all in and we will say goodbye for today, because yeah, I don't want to keep you on forever. So let's move all of these. So these are all the peel offs that I just grabbed out of my stash. These are gorgeous. The other thing you can do with these is actually decorate the envelopes up with them. So yeah, you can pop them on your envelopes, which I think is really, really nice. Right, I'm just going to move them over there. So let's bring the other 3 cards in. So here we are. These are the cards that we have created using the Christmas in June kit. How gorgeous is that? Let me just move them over there. It's just so beautiful. So I will be back. Actually, I can pull out a bit more. There we go. I will be back with part 2 very soon, so do keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I will see you in another video very soon, guys. Until then, please do take care and happy crafting. Bye.